concrete price-fixing conspiracy that allegedly was hatched in a lavish horse barn has led to yet another multi-million-dollar settlement. $29 million to be exact. That's how much Irving Materials Incorporated, a Greenfield, Indiana-based construction materials supplier, has agreed to pay to settle claims that it conspired with 6 other concrete companies to overcharge thousands of customers, most of them contractors doing construction work in Indiana. My guest is Erwin Levin of the Indianapolis firm Cohen and Malad, lead attorney for the plaintiffs. Erwin, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
This is another settlement and award. There was one previous, which brings this, up to $53 million, I'm reading.
So far, there are $53 million in settlements, and we have 2 defendants who have not yet settled. We have a trial date set for July.
Okay. What's going on with this case? How did you come across this information that this was a scheme by several companies?
This is a case which originally was part of a federal prosecution. The Department of Justice allegedly found out about this from an insider who came to them and let them know what was going on. They made simultaneous raids as to all the defendants. We filed the civil case shortly after that.
So this, in one sense, was sort of a whistleblower case?
Supposedly. It was a case where there were meetings that were held in a lavish horse barn among all of the competitors. One competitor didn't attend, but was alleged to have participated in the conspiracy. At some point in time, he went to the feds, and the investigation ensued.
Now, how big is your class in the civil case?
There are approximately 5,000 class members, and they'll participate in the $53 million of settlement so far.
And during your investigation and, for your case and your discovery, what was revealed here? And I want to start with the meeting and how many people were involved here.
Oh, there were 7 companies that were involved in the conspiracy. These were largely really very successful companies, but they had somewhat of eroding margins, not based on competition. We found out through discovery that actually the price fixing had gone on in some way or another back to the 1980s. One of the individuals said, when asked whether or not greed played a part in this, his response was, no, it was just part of our culture.
So this is a culture that sort of permeates the industry as a whole.
Apparently it had for a number of years.
So what's the next step in the case now? You said that there's still more to come.
Yes, we are getting money out the door to our class members. We're very proud of the fact that I would guess that the people who make claims, and we have a very streamlined, easy claim process, will probably get an amount approaching 100% of their out-of-pocket losses after attorney fees. We continue to litigate against 2 defendants, and we're looking forward to a trial in July.
This sounds like, based on what you've just said about the culture of this industry, that this might be the tip of the iceberg and that this is really common practice and in some way could be encouraging, but that sounds kind of depressing. What does that mean for you and your firm?
Well, we're in an economic cycle right now where companies are doing what they can to maximize their profits. What generally happens in those kinds of cycles is that at some point or another, illegal activities become known, or some people decide to become whistleblowers, and those people we're lucky enough that those people find their way to our office, and we anticipate that we'll continue to do this kind of litigation.
And the civil class action was kind of a slam dunk. Was there any argument on their behalf?
Oh, my goodness, yes. They argued about everything. We fought about everything. Why the defendants would have spent the money not to pay their victims only to end up paying them is beyond me. It is unbelievable that a corporation would spend that much on attorney's fees and on experts just to pay the amount of money that they knew it would take to settle the case. I mean, It's just beyond me. They actually argued very strenuously with experts that, yeah, we did this for 4 years, and we knew we could go to prison, and in fact they did go to prison, and we knew that it could destroy jobs, it could destroy our families, but we did it for 4 years with multiple meetings, but you know what? We never made any money. That was their defense.
Wow.
And we took over 30 depositions. This was hard-fought trench litigation.
How could they not make any money? I thought that was the end game.
Their argument was basically we're the gang that couldn't shoot straight.
Oh, man.
What they argued was that, well, we all agreed to cheat the customers, but in fact, we also cheated each other.
Wow.
That was their argument.
Yeah, it just seems it's beyond belief that someone would not only risk their company, but risk, the employees and their jobs and everything on a completely misguided scheme like this.
Well, the truth of the matter is they made a lot of money.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is that some of these people live outrageously lavish lifestyles, and in the end, they went to prison.
Well, Irwin, I appreciate you taking the time to give us the information on this. It's a fascinating case. I hope we can call on you again when you have some further developments.
That would be great.
My guest is Irwin Levin. He is of the Indianapolis firm of Cohn and Malad, lead attorney for the plaintiffs in this case. This is Scott Drake. You're watching the Legal Broadcast Network.